So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. Hits one! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Corinthians with the corner, they're first. Decent hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi. Passes short and sharp. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Always onto this. Now it's Haaland. Just the keeper to beat! Has a goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Corinthians are looking to go forward now.
Well, this is a real privilege, Peter. There's an iconic number 10 below us.
You refer, of course, to the great Zico.
I do indeed, arguably the best of his time, and while he thrived in the number 10 role, he could play in any offensive position on the pitch, really.
We'll just sit back and enjoy him.
An easy watch, Peter.
Quality ball. Messi, he's found the way through. Only partially clear. Has a look and plays it forward. Cafu. Zico. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Pinches it off him. That's been intercepted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Haaland, can he get it through? Pirlo. And it's Messi. Griezmann. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Now he's off and running. No way through. Zico was steaming forward. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Neymar. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pedri. Messi is in a really good position out wide. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. It is their second corner of the game. McAllister. Pirlo. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Neymar. He's dealt with that really well. Now it's Messi. And it's Griezmann. Pedri. And it's Griezmann. Pedri bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's going right the way across. Bellingham cuts it out. McAllister. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Look, movement creates more
Up he goes! Goal! Sao Paulo!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Sao Paulo penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous. Messi really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Roberto Carlos. No way through there. He can get that clear. And it's Pirlo. There's the hit! There's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That was a given, it always was.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't...
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that's nice. Plenty to aim at here. And the shot! Pedri finds himself offside.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Pirlo. Ball played for Zico. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Now it's Messi.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
And the half-time whistle goes. Sao Paulo head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point, but that is unlikely to change. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 9, camisa 8, camisa 13, camisa 12.
And so we're off again.
Camisa 16,
Looks to the other side.
camisa
Sao Paulo do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Messi, David Villa, great hit! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And Very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Sao Paulo get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Zico. It's a goal kick. Pirlo. He's looking to set free a runner. Can he latch on to this? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Probably be looking to play it square from here. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target.
We all love a triumph, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
And he's in on goal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Belly.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Looking for the run. David Villa. Bellingham. A real chance if he can get through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
It's Zico!
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
David Villa. Sao Paulo still have the cards to affect this game. Endrick gets flagged offside. And they've got rid. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Pedri. David Villa. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That is good alertness. And that is as far as they're going to go. McAllister, that's played into space. Messi in acres of space out wide. Chance for the header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Villa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Messi! Messi! He should have put that one away.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won. Corinthians really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Ball's gone out of play. Cafu. Oh, easy pickings there. That's really well manoeuvred. And there's green grass ahead of him. Now there's a fine chance! He's got to be quick to recover this. Cannavaro. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, what a pass! Pirlo. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Neymar.
Corinthians have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Stood up well to him there. Very much into the last knockings. No luck with that dink over the top.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Roberto Carlos. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. There's obvious upset over that challenge. You can see the players face to face. Let's hope this doesn't escalate. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And he can't get it over the wall. And that was very necessary. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Messi. He's gone forward. Neymar. Romario. That's it. And that will be the final act. Sao Paulo proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Sao Paulo really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beck. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbis, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or so congregate week in, week out. The action has already started. Into the channel. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Griezmann. And here's Haaland. Now it's Griezmann. Bellingham. And a header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's a good ball out wide. Oh, and he's through the middle. Lewandowski. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Has a shot! Decent enough try.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Pedri. Oh, good-looking ball. Can he latch on to this? Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Pedri to McAllister. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Gakpo. Barcelona applying the press here. A high press. Rafinha! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Pressure coming in from all directions. Here's great chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that because they never got tight to the score. Simple as.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Rafinha. Gakpo. Gakpo, who's on a run down the left wing. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good move. Real chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that. Sao Paulo really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Mbappe. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He rises! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Rafinha. Gakpo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Rafinha. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Good read, needed to be.
Sao Paulo truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Gakpo going face-to-face with his great rival. Chouameni. Griezmann. Can he get it through? Pedri. Here's Haaland. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Messi. Pavard gets it away. Çalhanoğlu. That has been cut short. Nicely aimed pass. He could be in here. Haaland! Haaland! It's anyone's ball now. Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Sao Paulo head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. Barcelona get the ball rolling for the second period. Great ball if he can get there. And here's Messi. And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That's really well manoeuvred. The less said about that pass, the better. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's a nicely measured pass. Chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Pedri, Koundé, Mbappe is herring after that one. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Up he goes! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Gabriel, Koundé, Gabriel, Koundé, and Gabriel, Koundé, Pavard, he's gone forward, oh, he's found support out wide. Nice interception, well timed. Bellingham. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
McAllister. Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Lobbed in behind. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. That is good alertness. Pedri.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Pedri. Hit into the middle, hits it first time!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Griezmann. Muscular approach does pay off here. Gabriel, shifted upfield. Bastoni. Adams. Beckenbauer. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bellingham. Haaland. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Sao Paulo! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has
Bellingham! They've scored! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Barcelona making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Sao Paulo go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, it's been an absolute...
Lewandowski! And that has been clubbed away. Kunde, Malinovsky, Lewandowski. That'll be a throw. Gakpo proves just a little bit too strong. And he's there to belt it away. Miguel Crespo. Aimed beyond the defence, and the counter is on. Bellingham, Nice control. Bellingham!
Bellingham really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Played out to the right. Bellingham. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Lewandowski. And that will be the final act. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Bellingham claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbas, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or so congregate week in, week out. We have already started here. Kajolu. It's a pretty loose pass. Shifted upfield. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
And it's Messi. And the ball's gone astray. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Van Nistelrooy, played out towards the right wing.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Aimed in. He's had a hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. McAllister. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pedri has just misjudged that one. Hernandez. Sao Paulo still without a single shot on target. And it's Griezmann. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Neymar. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Messi. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide.
It's a mighty effort! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Hernandez. Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, good spread. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Bastoni. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Rabiot. Nicely spread. Messi looks to get on the end of this. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's there to get it away. Takes on his marker. No outsmarting him this time. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that is as far as they're going to go. Messi. Kajolu. And the ball is out of play. Beckenbauer. Pedri. And Bastoni. Beckenbauer. Bellingham. And it's Messi. For Messi. McAllister. I was going to be disappointed with that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
But that's an excellent interception. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Haaland. Now that's well seen too. Kajolu. And it's Griezmann. Oh, sweet feet. Bellingham! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Bellingham may risk being accused of being a tad selfish. Not by me, though. It was good endeavour.
Kajolu. Messi. Okafor. And Kajolu. Now it's Messi. And the finish! Beckenbauer attempts to clip. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, and despite the scoreline, it's clear who the better side is when it comes to chances. If this is the trend that's going to continue, then there's only going to be one winner here, and I don't think it's going to take too much improvement for it to happen.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Bellingham. Messi. Oh, delightful ball. Shot could be on. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Crunching tackle. Now who's going to be first to this? Traoré. Now it's Griezmann. Showing good feet. He's onside. Looking for options for movement. Big header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Rodri. And it's Alaba.
Sao Paulo are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Rabiot. And it's Neymar. And if you did take an extended half-time break, and Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Griezmann. Pedri. He's played him through. Now it's Haaland. Kadiolu. And still, we await the first breakthrough.
Público presente na partida de hoje, 70.987
Pedri.
espectadores.
Pedri! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Kadiolu. Rabiot. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Pedri deals with that comfortably. Bastoni. McAllister. Bellingham. And it's Messi. Not the most accurate pass. Bastoni. Now Neymar. Traoré. Delicate ball, and it needs to be... Haaland! And he's straight offside. And it's Griezmann. Caggiolu makes the interception. Messi. Moved on forwards. Tchouaméni. Messi. It's Bellingham. Messi. It's a promising position. He's picked his way through. Has a goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Hernandez was in no mood for any of that. It's a sharp pass. This might... He's had a shot! Caggiolu carries the ball down the right. Okafor. Hernandez. Van Nistelrooy. Neymar.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Griezmann. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
And here's Haaland. Pedri. And here's Griezmann.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
A real chance if he can get through. Alvaro Fidalgo. Caggiolu. Sao Paulo are looking to break at pace. Pedri.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Distributed tidily. Messi. Can he put it away? And again. And the whistle goes. So nearly a telling finale, but it ends 0-0. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Sao Paulo can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead.
And this is now today's lineup.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy, and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. So that's got things underway. Ribéry. Ribéry had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Bellingham. Ribéry. Driving forward. That has been cut short. And it's Griezmann. Loose ball now, and there's a chase onto it. Bellingham! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
And now they can spring out of defence. Haaland. He's through here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. McAllister. Haaland, now the finish! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Messi goes short. And here's Haaland. Al Nassr are looking to go forward now. Sao Paulo are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
Oh, good-looking ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Murillo. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Haaland. Bellingham. Up he goes! Oh, in he goes again! Goal! Sao Paulo! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
The goal scorer for Sao Paulo after 23 minutes is number 10, Lionel Messi.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Murillo. Al Nassr looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
A mighty effort! And he hits the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
After 29 minutes is number 15.
Great header, made it look easy.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Sao Paulo finding their passes. That's very neat. Bellingham. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bastoni and Adams. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Passes short and sharp. Pedri. De Bruyne. Martinez. Neymar. Now it's Neymar. And it's Rabiot. Hernandez. And it's De Bruyne. Neymar. And he's onside. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Now it's Haaland. Oh, just skips past it. Haaland! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Koundé. Played to Danilo. De Bruyne. Murillo.
Ribery has been indicated.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. McAllister. Pedri. Martinez. Now it's Kane. And that could set him on his way. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Sao Paulo get the second half started.
Sao Paulo clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Martinez. Kane. Now it's Neymar. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bellingham. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. McAllister, pass somewhat off target. Now it's Neymar. Played out towards the right wing. Martinez.
Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied.
Great chance! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Number 15, Harry Kane! Harry Kane! Harry Kane!
Al Nassr go into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And here's Bellingham. It's out for a goal kick. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Hernandez. Kane proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
The attendance for this
McAllister.
match was 50,914.
Almost an hour gone. There they go, hunting in packs. Beckenbauer. McAllister. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, good read. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. And Danilo. Koundé. And Murillo. And it's Rabiot. Now De Bruyne. And it's Ribéry. Played back in. Oh, the clearance is short. Messi. That's a nicely measured pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Messi. Al Nassr can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Number 25, Lisandro Martinez. Coming on to
Rabiot.
replace him is
And it's Neymar.
number 19, Fofana.
Neymar. Pedri. Haaland. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Ribéry. And it's Rabiot. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Kane. think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bastoni, Chouameni, Haaland, and here's Griezmann, and he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And here's Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. Fofana has given away a free kick. And now they can clear their lines. Fofana. McAllister. And it's Messi. Haaland. Can he finish? And that could have brought them level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Murillo gets it away. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves. Sao Paulo have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Kane, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Koundé, and it's Danilo. Rabiot. Played to Danilo. Ribéry.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. This is what good chemistry is all about.
He's got the shot away! They want to be quick to recover this. And that is that. Sao Paulo illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but, you know, they'll be back on the training ground working through their problems that will undoubtedly have been highlighted.
Hello, everybody, and
with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Broadcast live on our club's FM station.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And so we stand for the anthems. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
So off we go then. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Chance to shoot now! Big chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Up he goes! He will be livid with himself. Caicedo. Distributed tidily. Oh, perfectly measured that. That is lovely. It's a good-looking cross. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's been taken short. And here's Neymar. And they've got a throw. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Caicedo, decent chance! Just off target. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Griezmann. Nice control. McAllister. Cleared away. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Oh, he's been caught napping. He rises! They just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
McAllister. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Bastoni. And Adams. Bastoni. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Ecuador upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
McAllister. Pedri. Griezmann. Holland. And he's managed to get free. And that was very necessary. Nicked it back promptly. Now that looks a decent ball. And here's Messi. And he's being shifted off it. And here's Bellingham. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There's the shot! Goal! Sao Paulo! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Convertido en el minuto 31. Número 10. Messi.
Sao Paulo penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
Foden. And here's Messi. Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Bastoni with the clearance. And here's Neymar. He's got to be in here. Now the finish! He scores! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and the analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant. Neymar, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a
Real chance! They've scored!
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And now he has two.
Convertido en el minuto 41. Número 10. Messi.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Messi. Spread out to the left. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Oh, what a climb! Decent enough try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Bastoni. Beckenbauer. And Bastoni. Beckenbauer. Adams. And the first half is done. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2-1 the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Sao Paulo head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1.
Aquí están ambos equipos preparados.
So off we go once more. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Incapuyi and Alexander-Arnold. Pedri. And here's Griezmann. Incapié simply refused to be outdone there. Valverde. Caicedo. Oh, he's found some space here. Pass is just off target. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Mbappe. Griezmann. And now the breakaway. McAllister. It's Pedri. Mbappe. Great ball if he can get there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cleared without hesitation. Mbappe has created one goal already. Alexander-Arnold. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Decent hit! They've done it! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
This is quite a battle.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And it's Neymar. He's in here! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
And here's Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. That has been slung wide. Pedri. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Shot at goal! Goal! Sao Paulo! And they've got their lead back.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Convertido en el minuto 69. Número 19.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Estupiñán. That's headed upfield. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pedri. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Griezmann. Here's Haaland. He's looking wide. Now it's McAllister. Bellingham. Strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Passes short and sharp. Now it's Messi. Neymar.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, that's fabulous. Here's the ball in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Incapuyi. Caicedo. Ecuador finding their passes. Valverde. Mbappe.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And the flag has stayed down. That's very neat. Caicedo. Sao Paulo needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Alvarez proves too strong. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Cambio en Ecuador. Número 8. Número 6. Entran número 9. Número 21.
Very much into the last knockings. Estupiñán. Now it's Oyarzabal. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And he's heaved it away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
10 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
Caicedo.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Messi on 2 now and looking for 3. Fagioli. Alvarez. And here's Mbappe. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Messi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, that's what you call a job well done. The hosts didn't make it easy. There was a fair bit of battling they had to do, but they stuck at it, and they've come through very, very solidly.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Big chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And now the breakaway. Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's nice. Messi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Adams attempts a clearance. And he's in on goal. And And now they can spring out of defence. That's a sweet ball, that. Shifted upfield. Van Dijk makes the interception. Mbappe. Chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That pass isn't the best. Well read, nice interception.
Sao Paulo really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Defending of the desperate variety. Musiala, Messi. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And he cuts out the supply. And that's put paid to a promising move. Nice sequence of passes, this. And he's hit Griezmann! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Now it's Mbappe. McAllister gets over and intercepts. Quality ball. Now it's Haaland. Chouameni. Passing is crisp and sharp. Great defending, strong and determined.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well timed, excellent interception. White. A real chance of... Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Haaland chasing after it. He's through here, and he was quick to react. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pedri. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Haaland. Messi. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Mbappe. White. He's found a way through. Cleared without hesitation. It's a promising run he's making on the right. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's a sharp pass. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that should get the job done. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And a header! He can get that clear. Out for a throw. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! They want to be quick to recover this. And they win it back again. That's an excellent interception. And we hit half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 9.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Camisa 5.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible.
And Messi! Goal! And with that goal comes comfort.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. The action has already started. Haaland. Oh, he's found support out wide. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he welcomes it in. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he's had it nicked away. Haaland was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Now it's Griezmann. Sao Paulo have a free kick. Pedri. Now this could be a chance. Oh, that's well spotted. Shifted upfield. Rummenigge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, played right into his path. He's shifting through the gap. There's the hit! Goal! Sao Paulo! And Sao Paulo score first. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Sao Paulo have taken the lead. Has a goal! Really well taken goal. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
Aos 18 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 9.
Sao Paulo are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Sao Paulo have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And here's Suarez. Cleared away. Baresi cuts it out. Messi chasing after it. Rummenigge. Vinicius Junior! He's gone for goal! Oh, screamer! That is a gem! An absolute gem!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Madrid get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals...
And the shot! This goal! Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
is the light very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Now it's Haaland. Oh, well played, well played. Vinicius Junior just eases him off the ball. Deftly away. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Haaland.
Might want to be careful there.
Little doubt, that is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 9. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador. Camisa 6.
Oh, brilliant save by Pope! Madrid applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. He's got the shot away! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Beckenbauer. Sao Paulo making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. And he's quick to snatch it back. Caceres kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's found a way past. He's found a way through. Played in deep. Chance for the header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
It's a pretty loose pass. Mateus. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Griezmann. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, this certainly fits the bill when it comes to the man for the occasion.
He's having a good look here. Saved by Pope. He would have been quick to recover this. McAllister. Rummenigge. Madrid have it back and can go again. That pass isn't the best. Bellingham. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look.
Informamos
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Sao Paulo leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It is intriguing to watch and could easily go either way.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 10.
And we're underway again.
Sai para a entrada
Adams
do jogador.
makes the interception.
Camisa 11. Neymar.
Oh, they could be caught out here. And here's Griezmann. Well, that looks a decent ball. Bastoni. Beckenbauer. Bellingham. And he's made sure that's not getting through. He's going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Vinicius Junior. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. He's picked his way through. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Could be danger here. And he's got the beating of his man. Just the keeper to beat. David Villa! It's there! And with that goal comes comfort. That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
Camisa 6.
Yeah, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Beckenbauer. Very nicely done.
Sao Paulo are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is banging their favour.
Público presente na partida de hoje.
Oh, he's burst through.
71.649 espectadores.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Cleared without hesitation. Bastoni spots it and intercepts. McAllister. David Villa. Caceres gets across to intercept that.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
The pass is intercepted. That's good running with the ball. Vinicius Junior. Sao Paulo still have the cards to affect this game. And the ball's a good one here. That's an excellent interception.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Oh, that's fabulous. And Messi! Just off target.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Pedri. Bellingham. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
He is through here. And we have our very first corner. He rises! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he was quick to react. And here's the chance to counter. Can he get onto this? Griezmann. Oh, what has happened here? David Villa! In for the pieces! In he goes again! And that would have been game, set and match.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
He could be in here.
Look, it's a run defences dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Here's Messi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Neymar. Played out to the right. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Adams cuts out the pass. He's got away. It's Neymar! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Some good work on the right flank here. Now it's Messi. And that's that. Sao Paulo are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Griezmann picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.